Let's talk about cults. Jonestown. Jim Jones convinced over 900 people to drink poison. David Koresh allowed a lot of his followers to burn in the fire of Waco, Texas. Which brings me to why we are here today. Tyrone Manuel Luckett gonna go in blasting.
You're gonna have an awful lot of dead bodies on your hands.
Let's go.
I overdosed it. We have to go now.
All right, Ruthless fans, you've been waiting, and I finally have the trailer breakdown for Season 4, which begins April 20th, which is next Thursday. So, the trailer itself, about 90 seconds long, due to copyright. That's the weird part. I literally posted the entire trailer separately, no copyright claim. But then I tried to post it in this video, where I myself add a bunch of commentary, but that got marked for copyright. Weird. So what I'm going to do, you only saw a small fraction of the full clip due to copyright at the beginning of this video. In the comment section below, pinned to the top, I will leave a link to the entire trailer. So if you would like to go to that trailer, watch it from start to finish, then come back to the breakdown, which I would highly recommend, go ahead and do that. And with that being said, we're going to go into this trailer. And up front, look, I have no confirmation on this, but this to me truly looks and feels like the final season, because it looks like it's about to fully hit the fan. I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, at this point, you have a new character who is fine as hell, by the way. She seems to be the new lead on the Rakadushi case, most likely due to the fact that Mac and his team still haven't really, come up with results. I mean, hell, look at the Oval in terms of how many times Sam has told Richard, look, they got somebody on the inside. There's nothing I can do. You've been saying that since season 1, Sam. Where's my son? Where's Callie? I don't know. It's just weird. But in any case, the trailer starts off pretty... I ain't gonna lie. I mean, Tyler does it again. Each trailer somehow looks better than the last, or each season looks better than the last in terms of the camera work and quality. We see Daikon slowly approaching the freezer outside of the school bus. Still to this day have no idea where and how that freezer is hooked up to anything. But he opens the freezer, and honestly, I think this is the first time the freezer truly looked like a torture chamber, because before it just, somebody would open the top and Malcolm or whoever was in that, or River, whoever was in the freezer at the time, they, were acting like it was literally freezing in there. But this is the first time I think that I recall the freezer being open, and, you could tell by that wintry cold smoke coming out there, like, oh shit, it's cold up in there. So from there, we see Malcolm taken to the torture trailer, and we see him chained up in there with Andrew. It gets to the point where Daikon comes in, hits Malcolm, drags him off, and he's like, please, no, and then he's taken into to an electric chair, and Malcolm's telling Daikon, like, look, I can tell you about the whole investigation. But then we see, he gets shocked later on in the trailer. So I don't know, maybe Daikon takes him at his word, or he's like, look, I've had too much fun playing with my prey. I'm going to at least shock you a few times, and then we'll see if you'll still talk. No, but I'll talk now. No, I'll talk now. Hey, if I'm dead, I can't. Fine, tell me. Okay, anyway. So this new person who's in charge of the case is going over, a slideshow presentation of a number of other cult leaders, such as Jim Jones, to name a few, which eventually leads to Tyrone Maxwell Luckett. I don't know if we've heard his full name since Nancy mentioned it to Tally in season 1 of The Oval. But in any case, she goes on to say, we have 2 men on the inside, and we haven't heard from them in several days, which leads to her and a squad of FBI agents going down to Sheriff Conley's office. And that's going to be pretty interesting because, he's like, she's like, we're going to go in blasting. And then the sheriff is like, you'll end up with an awful lot of dead bodies on your hands. And we see from there the FBI agents just raiding the entire office of, boxes of information, probably on the Rakadushi files. And we see the other officer, because remember, Officer Polk was killed a while ago, and I forgot the name of the female officer, but she's in there with Conley, and that's it. So moving forward, we have River, who's overdosed the Heist. He's like, look, I overdosed him. We need to leave now. And then Rufus is like, if we're going to do this, we'll have to do it my way. And we also see Roof and River together, I guess you could say, trying to hide or move the Heist's body in his trailer. River also, I guess, opens up a chest and sees all that money. But Roof is like, I'm not leaving here without my daughter. Look, man, look. I know that's been your whole thing, but like River said, fuck them kids. I mean, you're probably gonna blow. Well, we know she's not leaving because this is again. It goes back to the timeline indiscrepancies or inconsistent. Well, it's not the inconsistencies. It's just the fact that Ruthless is so far behind. We know this shit ain't gonna work because Roof is still in the compound. What did Nancy say? Oh, well, I saw Roof and Callie, and oh, she's getting so big. Yes. Which is weird for her to say because continuity-wise, she hasn't been gone. Whatever, who cares? But yeah, so we know this isn't going to work. So Aaron, I believe his name, the white guy, he's like tied up in the Heist trailer. We got River and a bunch of cult members. I don't know if they've taken his pants off, whatever. But he's like, you people are insane. We are the Raccoon! River's a trip. All right. And I guess that, to be honest, a lot of the trailer or the remaining parts that move really fast, it looks like this is when the FBI is potentially about to raid the compound. Now, we have a scene where Daikon walks out of the front gate to meet with Conley. My guess is that Conley is giving Daikon a heads up because if Mac from the FBI is really part of the Rakadushi, then he would have called his contact Conley to let him know, hey, the feds are coming. So then by extension, Conley probably went to the compound to speak with Daikon about, look, shit's about to hit the fan. The feds are coming. There's literally nothing I can do. I'm going to try to stall as long as I can, but just be aware, things are probably about to really get bad. So from there, we see a member of the Rakadushi on his walkie. The government, they are coming. And then from there, Joan and River are talking. And this goes back to, you know, when River is telling Joan and Roof about how he overdosed the Heist, it's time to go. Joan is like, wait, that siren, that means to take up arms. And everybody just grabs gun, you know, from underneath their cloaks or whatever, or underneath a barrel or anything that's randomly standing beside. Oh, here goes the gun. So from there, I wonder if Andrew, we do know at some point he must escape from the punishment trailer because we see him in full clothes and he's like, you know, sneaking through the woods, and it looks like he's caught at gunpoint by two of the Rakadushi soldiers who he actually manages to fight, you know, seemingly off with no issue. But then at day, and this is at nighttime, but then there's another shot during the day where we see him, you know, open up a police car and there's a officer inside. It looks like he's trying to like snatch him up or something. So yeah, it looks like Andrew might be escaping. I don't know. But speaking of people who are trying to make sneaky moves but aren't so good at it, we see Roof being caught by Daikon, you know, just sneaking around at night. And it looks like they're in the kitchen and Daikon's like, you think you're so slick. And then we do see Roof slap somebody. But the Supreme Elder Mother, I believe, is telling Daikon she is dead, which I believe could be Laura, if I'm not mistaken, the woman that came to the compound with Aaron. And we do see somebody in a body bag. It looks like they're being taken to like a police station or investigative office, but the members or the people holding the body looks like they're wearing the Rakadushi cloaks. So this could be the feds. I don't know. Maybe the feds find the body. I have no idea. But then the trailer ends with Roof going, you ain't seen nothing yet. There are some little things like, you know, for example, when the new person in charge of the Rakadushi case is talking, we do see a couple of the punch bowls. So that could be a foreshadowing to, oh shit, they're going to drink that stuff and die. Because, you know, like I said, if Daikon gets the word from Conley about the feds, they're going to have to put contingencies in place. Also, we don't know how long the Heist is going to be overdosed. We know he's not dead because, again, he's in the Oval. But he might be out of commission for the first several episodes. But yeah, I've heard rumors like, oh, this season is the final season. This season is only 10 episodes. Keep in mind, we are only getting 2 episodes next week, so I don't know. It might be, folks. I really don't know. I knew when this was being filmed, but I have no idea how long the season is. But based on the trailer alone, I'd prefer if it was 10 solid episodes that wrapped up the Ruthless story, and we kind of had to wait to the Oval, to finish things up. I'm here for that. But to be honest, given the fact that the Rakadushi are still in commission due to the Oval being far ahead of the timeline, yet this new boss, the only way I can see this new person, mucking up the case is if, I guess you could say, Mac, I don't know, his tip off to Conley, which leads to the Rakadushi knowing what to expect beforehand, leads to just a complete bloodbath. But it's gotten to the point where it's like, when you're kids on the playground or whatnot in elementary school, it's like, haha, I blew you up with a grenade. And then the other kid's like, haha, well, actually, I was hiding in an underground bunker and now I nuked you, so you're dead. Oh, but you didn't see my teleporter, so I stepped on that out of the way right before the impact of the blast, so I survived, and I'm hitting you with a drone strike. You see what I mean? Where it's like, one person seemingly has the upper hand, but then the other person has a complete ass pull to make it seem like, well, I knew what you were going to do before you did it, so now I'm going to outdo you. No, I'm going to outdo you. And then it just completely goes in circles. That's what I'm feeling about the Rakadushi right now, because of the fact that the Oval and the Ruthless timeline are just so mucked up. So that's really all I got to say. Very good trailer. And we'll just have to wait and see how things play out. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.